Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Let's Play through the game Sovereigns of Illona, featuring the sovereignty of Arbor. So the audio cut out last time during the night cycle, but basically what we need to do now, starting the day off, I've gone in and set up everyone's rest points. So these little blue bars above their heads are their rest bars, and each one of these little kind of star looking things are how rested they are. So a full bar means they're fully rested and the bar disappears. But if they miss one night of sleep, they lose one of these little stars and they only have two and the rest bar appears. Once they lose this one, they are considered exhausted. They're only tired right now, but if they lose this, they're exhausted and they are down one action per turn. And if they lose this one, they faint and they sleep for a very long time and they can't be awoken. So I have that set up. Also, a number of our Hummuns are sick. Actually, I need to make a little icon that shows that they're sick. I guess I'll do that now. Be right back. Alright, I went ahead and made these two little icons. This one has a 1 and a 2, and they're kind of like looking green and gross like germs. So if you have a level 1 sickness, you'll get this, and if you get a level 2 sickness, you'll get this. And from last playthrough, the people who got sick, my dog is rolling on the floor making weird noises. The people who got sick are Lawrence, Nima, Allie, and Michelle. And then Bola, Bowden, Lola, Hisan, and Mora are all safe. But this is a new day and a new hour cycle, so everyone that's in a cave has to go through the check once again. So some people who are already sick will get level 2 sickness, which means they miss an action per turn. And there's my dog. Alright, and we're back. Got my dog a little snack of carrots. She likes to eat carrots. Alright, so we're going to have to roll for everyone that's in the cave still, and then we're going to get them all out of that cave as quickly as possible, because it was a terrible, terrible idea to put them in there. So, the D12. And then after we do that, I'll give them all a little germ over here, either a 1 or a 2. So let's see. First, we'll do Allie. Let's see. She got a 1. Nope, she's sick. So she's doubly sick, so that means she is going to have only 1 action per turn, which is what we have with Mora, because she's pregnant. So this is really not good. But let's see. Okay. Now we'll go to Bowden. Bowden got a 7 plus 3, because that's the base resistance. He's clear, thank goodness. So good. Put a little check mark next to his name on my little post-it note I've got. Another 7. I suppose that'll be for Nima. So Nima has a level 1 miner's cough, and it remains a level 1. We'll do Mora next. She got a 2. She is sick. So she has a level 1 sickness because she didn't get sick last night. So that's not too bad. It doesn't take away her. If she had gotten sick last night and today, that'd be it. She'd have no actions per turn. She'd just be, I don't know, unable to move. People would have to pick her up to move her. Bola would have to pick her up to get her out of the cave. Alright, next up we'll do Michelle, who is sick. 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, he's doubly sick. Oh boy. Lawrence isn't in the cave. Let's see. Lola. Lola didn't get sick last night. And she didn't get sick today either, thank goodness. So she is still clear. And Isan and Bola are not in the cave at all. Alright, so let's see. Duplicate. And we'll put that one near. I guess I'll pause the video and do this. Alright, I went ahead and did that. Everyone who has an illness now has a little floaty thing next to them. And alright, so one quick talk about an update basically, and then we'll get straight into getting these people a shelter for tonight that is not the cave. But I kind of went and I made the ocean way better looking. It was before, it was really not good looking at all. It was a flat tone, and now I've gone in and I've added these splashes of waves. I've given it two tones, see it goes a little dark and a little light. Then I extended the textures down slightly under the water, and then kind of had a fade up, and I've created crabs and I've added fish under the water near the shoreline so you can kind of see them. This is the shallow water, deeper water, some crabs in the sand there. I went ahead and I made the big fish. He's equal to 2 units of food, so you catch that guy and you're fed for the entire year. And then there's this guy who, if you catch him, you're fed for 2 years. But I think there's gonna be a risk of him pulling you into the ocean, and that would be because he's based off of a shark. He's jet black and pretty dang scary. So some more of those new big fishes. So that is the most. I mean, that's basically the updates. So for today with these guys, I know I want to get up here to these trees. And then I think this is straight across. I wouldn't have to make another ladder to get to here, like a ladder up here or a ladder up to this level and then over. So getting to this level would be very beneficial. And let's see. We're going to need to collect this thatch down here because thatch makes roofs for houses. It's one of the roofing materials. You can use stone or wood if you're a craftsman. And Bowden is a craftsman, but Bola is not. And Bowden is not sick, and yet he's in the cave. So I almost feel like we should utilize that fact and have him mine all day long and get him out of the cave before the night cycle starts, so that we can collect all the resources. And I think it's for 1 day cycle. So if you get if you leave the cave and then he went back in, I wouldn't check him for illness again. It's a once a day or once an hour, once a 10-hour cycle check thing. Let's see. I definitely want to create a house here and get a barricade. I think we might even put a gate here and then a fire here, and this will be our safe zone. Okay. A little nervous. I don't want to mess up because Lawrence is already injured and it's a big hullabaloo. Alright, so first thing I know that I want to do is I want to get Bowden. We're going to have Bowden do some mining, get these 3 pieces in front of him knocked out at least. So he's going to take 2 turns. He's going to knock that out. Oh crap, I almost forgot. I figured out what I want the 90s to drop. So I actually should probably go ahead and do that. Let's see, I wrote down we fought 890s last night, and I have a D12, so I guess I'll roll that now. I'm going to pause the video, do that, and then show you guys the loot that we got from last night. Alright, so we mostly got nothing. That is a possibility, but we did get 2 gold coins and a golden seed bag, which a golden seed bag is guaranteed highest yield every year, year after year. And then we also got 1 XP, which I added to Lawrence's file. And that was it. But not too bad. Alright, now we can actually start with this. We can start with the mining. Have Bola do this, and then continue on. Clear, and we roll. Let's see. He got a 4, which is stone. And we'll go ahead and do that other next one for his next action. So stone and more stone. It's pretty good because stone is a valuable building material. It's stronger than wood, so it's good. And that was Bola's turn. Over here I've added this little hour layer thing to kind of remind me to move my counter over here on my piece of paper. Oh, and I changed how this looks over here. This is the day, season, and year, and that's the growth zodiac, the green color, and the tree. So just kind of a little bit, I don't need the hour counter and all that anymore. So Bola's done that. Let's see, who are we gonna have work? Alright, Michelle and Allie are down to 1 action per turn, and that's pretty intense. So I think for Allie we'll just have her use her turn, and she cannot go. The people who are sick to number 2 can never go into this cave ever again until we get a doctor, because they'll what is it if you get a 3? You have -2 actions per turn, which means you're bedridden, basically. Okay, clear that and roll a 3, which is stone. So we've got plenty of stone. I was wondering what we were going to make the house over here. We need to clear all that grass and stuff out of here. That's useful. That's just grass. That's grass. That's useful. We need to clear it out and get these rocks over there. Let's see. Alright, where's Allie there? Allie Jinko. Let me look at the, let's see, recipe guide. Alright, so this could be a house. So 2 plus 2 stacked on top of each other, that's a wall. And then we could get another square. We need a door. I did some extra stuff. Iron, that's a boat. Oh, this is a keg. Some other stuff that'll be helpful later on. Right, so this is a very strong door. These are the strongest doors, though. Alright, so we already have enough for something. Great. That's a hut plus a door. We'll be good. And actually, if we chop that, would we be able to make one of the simpler doors? No, we'd still need one little bit of bundle, but we could make that door, which is really not a good door. Oh wait, we have that piece of wood right there. All right, so we'll make a mid-level door, probably just for time's sake. Yeah, just for time's sake, we'll do that. And I think for Lawrence, we're gonna have Lawrence head over here, and we're gonna have him cut down this stuff. All right, so he's gonna move. Let's see. Yeah, this is one. He's gonna move past them and go into this square. One, and I think for his next turn, he'll probably... Do I want him to drop that? Let's see. Well, let's just have him cut down this plant here. So, just get it out of the way. There, it's gone. That used to be the plant that was used to create beds, but then I redrew the poor bed, which is made out of leaves and wood, and the bedding, the leaves on the actual bed looks like this, so I decided to just copy and paste it into the game to make it look more like the actual stuff used for the bed. Alright, so that's Lawrence's turn. Nima, we're gonna get Nima to let's see. Yeah, Nima's gonna pick up one of these stones, and we're gonna have her take it over to the place where we're gonna have our hut. Not many people are gonna be able to fit in. Let's see. Nima. We need to make as big of a hut as possible and fill it with as many beds as possible, so that as many people as possible can sleep. Especially Michelle and Allie and Mora, because they only have one turn, and if they get exhausted, they're going to be bedridden. So those three absolutely have to sleep tonight. So that means we absolutely need beds, which means we absolutely need wood, which means we absolutely have to travel up here and cut down these two trees. And Bola is the one with the axe. And Bowden is the craftsman, so he's also a builder, so he can actually build the stuff. Alright, if Bola... Alright, well she's got her stone, and that's one turn, or one action, and we're gonna have her step out of this cave, and that's her next action. We can have Bola give Hisan the axe, and then he can grab the ladder and go up here and grab and cut down this tree and cut down that tree. Oh, we don't really want to cut down that tree because it's got a beehive, and you can get honey from that. You can get 4 honeycombs each year from it, and that is very useful for potions. However, we're not really actually doing that. We don't have a potion master. We don't, so it's almost like that's so far in the future that it might be worth it just to cut down that tree. Yeah. Just so we can keep him here building, and then Bowden in here mining. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, Lola is carrying... let's get Hisan. Either way, let's get Hisan out of the way. Is Hisan... Yeah, okay. We're going to move him here, and then we're going to take his torch, and we're going to turn it off. And we're going to put it in his inventory. Let's see, open the inventory. I think this is going to take up 2 slots. Oh, and he's got a gym. So that's like part of his little... Gems are pretty rare. You have to go deep mining for them. And so it's kind of a bit of wealth, because he's only got 1 gold. He's also holding a piece of coal. Oh, close all that. Alright. Let's see. So that was Hassan's turn. He moved and he put up his torch. Michelle, I don't know, Power Rocks is pretty heavy. I think only neutrals and dominance can really carry that. So he's really not got any use in there. So might as well get him out, and he's only got 1 action. So there's his 1 action. Probably get him over here. Probably get all of them over here. Just waiting to go into the house and then lay down for nighttime. Yeah. It's bad. It's a bad situation we're in. Alright. Why is Bowden down here? I made this mistake last time. I put Bola's up there when I should have put Bowden. Alright, so Lola, there's no room for her to come out, so she's just gonna have to stay there. Mora, yeah, Mora and Lola are just gonna stay there. What is Bola gonna do? Alright, I think, let me go back to the recipe guide. We're gonna make this door because we might run out of time, and we probably won't have we might not even have the resources to do that. So we're gonna have him drop his log. Alright. He'll drop it there, and then we're gonna have him... Oh, he's gotta equip his axe. So unfortunately that's his turn. Next turn he'll chop it. And then I'm not sure what we're gonna have him do. Yeah, we need him to stay here so he can build. So he might pass off the axe to Hassan after that. And then Hassan will... he needs the ladder. He needs to go back and get the ladder. Oh no. That sucks. This is a mess. Yeah. Alright, anyway. That was Bola Jin's turn. He equipped the axe. He dropped the thing. And moved the hour over. This playthrough is going particularly slow. Alright. Pull that up again. Alright, we're gonna have him cut this again. And just, well, where are we gonna put this house? Is he just gonna be spending this whole turn chopping these plants down? Just, yeah, I guess so. Dang. Alright. So let's see. We're gonna chop this one down. It's gonna get into that one a little bit, but it's fine. They're just background stuff. And that is 1 square. We're just gonna shift him up, and he'll chop down that one. We're slowly clearing out this area. That sub-square worth of foliage is gone. Alright, we're getting there. So that is Lawrence's turn. Alright, it's good. This is going to be very defensible. Yeah, even if they spawn up there, they can't get down because they can't climb. But I am going to make one that climbs eventually. Just haven't gotten around to it. and one that steals, and one that moves 2 actions, or does 2 actions per turn. And that'll be adding some depth to the monsters. Alright, so that was Lawrence. What are we gonna have Allie do? It might be a good idea to break this. But at the same time, if we break it, then someone has to build a wall, which means it has to be Bowden or Bola, and they're going to be busy today. So I think we're going to have to keep that and just have this little area be our escape, and our entrance zone. Alright. For Allie, we're going to have her cut down this. Roll for, let's see, and she got stone. Not bad. Alright. And that's her turn. We need to get the thatch too. Let me see how much thatch is very soft, not soft, but light, so submissives could carry that. Let's see, let's look at the thatch roof. Alright, a long one takes 3, a short one takes 2. We'll need one of these before winter because it keeps the inside of the house warm so they don't get sick. It's a fireplace. Alright, so either a smith would probably carry 1 or 2. They're light, so probably 2. They could probably carry 2. Alright, but none of our Lola, is Lola sick? Let me check real quick. Crap, Lola, you're carrying things. I don't see it. Nope. Let me check the thing. Alright, so she has 2 actions per turn. Great. That means she's going to be the thatch gatherer. Though she is blocked right now. This is a busy area. Alright, so we know who's going to get the thatch. Alright, we're going to have Bola chop. And that now becomes pure, or 2 planks of wood. So let me go down to resources. Let's see, do we have a plank? Yep. Oh, cool, we have 2 planks. Right there. Right, we used them yesterday last night for the ladder. And then grab this, and that disappears. My memory is so bad. If I didn't have this recipe guide, I'd be lost. But yeah, 1 log equals 2 of those. Alright, great. Now what are we gonna do? I think we're gonna hand, but he needs to carry that, so he's gonna hand it, and then he's gonna put it in his. Oh, but he's already got a pitchfork back there. When we have a bigger population, these issues won't be so bad, but yeah, he can't carry that much. Alright, and that's a heavy item. Oh, okay. Cool, there's actually 2 logs down here. And we got enough for actually a door, and then build it up with stone, and then make the roof out of stone. Okay, cool, we're not even going to go up there yet. We're just going to wait for now. We're going to have Hisan travel down here and get these 2 logs one at a time, because he's in neutral, but at least he can carry them. Alright, great. So he smashed that, and now we're going to have him and he builds a he builds a door. this door. I'm gonna grab it, copy, and well, where do we want it to be put? Probably don't want it to show up just anywhere. Yeah, under structures. Here. Paste. Alright, we got a door. Making progress. Where is the door? It just randomly appears somewhere. From the heavens. Ah. And they can pick that up and move it. It's a two sub-square structure. And the planks are gone. And this bit of sticks are gone. Can shift that a little bit. There. Great, we got a door. First step in creating a hut. We definitely want, how big can the hut be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be 5 sub-squares long, and we can have, we'll use the really deep room type, because there's no real extra cost to using the deep room type. It's has something to do with taxes for the Hummuns, and then you guys will probably get to see a house built, which will be fun. Alright, so Nima, we're gonna have Nima 1, and then she's gonna pass by. Well, can she pass by? I think she can. That's like laying on the ground. She can pass by him. And then, yeah, that's her next turn, right? She was here, she moved here to that square, then she moved here to this square. Yeah, that was legal. Alright, good. Alright, Hisan. We're gonna have Hisan. Oops, I used that to make the gold coin earlier. It's a lump of raw gold. Okay, Hisan. 1 and 2. He's passing the gold coins. I mentioned deep mining earlier. Anything above this layer, so all of this and all that and the stuff over there, is surface mining. Deep mining is below this level, and you have to either find a hole in the floor or create one, and I think you have to create one with like a bomb. But below this surface, so all this and there is like a different, it's like a subterranean environment. It's a bit like this. It has different layers. It's not blocky like this, and it's got all sorts of different stuff. And also there are special types of nighties that are always active down there. Cave nighties, deep cave nighties, which are pretty scary. So, and also there's another type of sickness down there that you can get. What is it called? Cave plague? And I think that one's, something about it is going to make it more dangerous. Maybe it's infectious, or if you catch it, you start off with a medium illness level, so it takes away 1 action point right away instead of having no effect. But that's the future plans for deep mining, at least. And you're more likely to get, there's some special potion ingredients down there, and also you're more likely to get iron and gold and gemstones down there. And you can only get gemstones down there. Alright, Michelle. Why did we want Michelle out here in the first place? I think we just want to get him over here. Yeah, we'll get him, because he's only got 1 action per turn. And now he's out of the way, and we can move Mora out here. And she has stuff for the bed, so that's good. And that's her turn. She's pregnant, and she's got type 1 sickness, or light sickness, so that's pretty bad. Alright, so we're gonna move Lola out diagonally here, because this is her square, and then she moves diagonally to this square. So that's her. Wait a minute. Is she? No, she's not sick. Alright, great. Yeah, we wanted her to get the thatch because she's able to. What should we do? I think we have time. It's pretty risky though, because remember what happened last time with Mora not being inside and everything. I think what she'll do is she's gonna drop one of her pieces of grass, and then next turn Mora will pick it up, so we have some stuff to make beds with. Yeah, I'll just fall behind her. Oh, but then she needs a subsquare to drop that on, so she can't drop that until Mora moves, and we've got a conveyor belt issue here. Alright, so she doesn't drop it. Oh dear. Alright, she's gonna move diagonally down there though, that's for sure. She's gonna get out of here. So yeah, she moved there and she moved there. So that was her turns. Oh great, we got a commercial. Didn't last long. Alright, and Bowden. Foreboding Bowden. We're gonna have him move here so we can get these. And we're gonna grab it. Grab this one first. And get rid of it. We're gonna do a 9, which is coal. Not too bad. Let's see. Is there any coal that's out on the field? Everyone is holding coal. Well, I guess we'll just take this coal, duplicate it, put it kind of where it won't really overpower Bowden's face. Put it onto the field, in the field area. Alright, that's Bowden. Alright, and we move it over. Alright. We're 3 hours away from the afternoon, so we're doing pretty good. Not bad on time. Let's see. I need to stop saying all the time. Alright, Lawrence. He is gonna get rid of these plants. Yeah. There we go. That one. What square is he in? That's a square, that's a square. Alright, so he's in that square. So we'll have him move within the square, up a sub-square. Maybe here. Yeah, we'll have him clear out this one. Just slowly making his way. Well, that's just the edge. Alright, cool. And that was Lawrence's turn. And now Allie. What are we gonna do with Allie? Well, I think we're gonna move her up, and she's gonna do that one, and then, well, actually, let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, she has 7 actions. So let me undo what she just did. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's very risky. That's pretty risky to have her be doing anything but getting over here, because she doesn't have much much time to just diddy daddle. Alright, we're gonna have her move horizontally out of the cave into that area, and that is her turn. It's really bad that all these people are sick. I don't know. I know that there's a traveling merchant, and he might have something. I don't know if he has something that's going to be able to heal her illness. I know he sells stuff that is for resistance, but healing is kind of something that doctors do. Alright, so Bola is going to... 1, 2, 3. Let me go see SOI structures. Oh, am I even going to be able to see? Let me put the grid up real quick. Grid settings. Riveting gameplay. But we gotta check how many subsquares are in this extended one. Just lining it up with the grid. Alright, 1, 2. Okay, good, that's fine. Yeah, we can fit that there. That's the internal room. Yeah, 1, 2. Perfect. So for Bola, we're gonna have him pick up the door in a feat of incredible strength. And he's gonna pick it up and he's gonna move it over roughly where we want this house to be placed. Where is Bola? Oh, we got him open. Alright, so there, in that hand he carries it. One-handed door carrying Bola the Amazing. And then we're gonna have him, let's see, that's a square. We're gonna move him into this square. Alright, cool, that's his turn. Let's see. Alright, had a short break, and I have no idea what we were doing last time. I think we moved Bola, and now we're continuing on. Let's see, what are we gonna have Nema do? Nematode. The house is definitely going to be built within this area. Let me check the structure again. 1, 2. That's it. I'm surprised it's only 1. Or, you know, the others are only 1. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 deep. If we're lucky, we might be able to squeeze in a plot for a farm. And then we could at least start farming, because they have enough food for this year, but the harvest for this year has to, you know, give them enough food for next year. So probably, let's see, it'll back up to here. So this will be where the wall starts. 1, 2. Yeah, the wall will start there. Which means we will have this square. We can put docks here later on to extend the area. We could even put docks all the way back to there and then add houses around here. So we'll get Nema. Let's see. She's in this. No, that's a square. So we'll put her here, and then we'll have her drop her rock. And I think we'll actually get her to go back and get another rock. Let's see. We'll plop it there. And okay, she moved and she plopped a rock down, so that's her turn. Isan is still traveling to get the logs. I almost feel tempted to have him get the thatch. instead, because I just don't know if Lola is going to make it. And we have, I think, well, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough for a wall, but that is not enough for a roof. I think we're gonna need the thatch for the roof. We need at least 2. At least 2 or 3 for a stone roof if it comes down to that. So I think, but we won't be able to make beds if we don't have those logs. I think we're gonna have to risk him just 1, 2 getting the logs and coming back. At least 1 log. And I think with 1 log we can make 2 beds. Let's see. A bed is a plank and a leaf, and we get 2 planks. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so that's Hisan's turn. Oh, another interruption. Alright, here we go. So that was Hisan. Michelle, we also want sickly Michelle. He's gonna be over here. Yeah. Get him, that's 1 turn. Moramoy, who's also sickly and pregnant. Move her over here. It's her turn. Lola, who is not sick, thankfully, but has a baby, but 1. Oh, should we in fact have her drop her leaves? If I don't know if he has enough time to get back, get the log, take it back up there, drop it, and then come all the way back down, get the log, come back up, because she has a leaf for a bed, and so does she. Okay, well, what I do know is when we finally do that, we will want those leaves close by. So we're gonna have her move, and then we're gonna have her drop one of those leaves here. Just not, we don't want her to have to drop it all the way down near the thatch, because that would just be really, we'll put it there. That'd just be really not ideal. Alright, Bowden, get us some more stone, Bowden. Have him cut, we'll just do both at the same time. Cut these 2 stones, and he gets a lump of coal and stone. Yay. Oh, that's another thing we need to do. We need a campfire. Well, I don't think nighties will spawn here. Like, if they spawn, I think it's like I roll a 4-sided dice, and they either spawn in the upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. So if they were to spawn in the upper right, I would put them up here, because this is the upper right. This is kind of mid-right, you know what I mean? If they spawn lower right, then they could get over here. But I think, and I hope that they spawn somewhere over there instead of near our vulnerable Hummuns. Alright, anyway, so, right, coal and stone. And I moved my little, I had a tool palette here, I moved it off screen. I have 2 screens, so that it it's just giving us a little bit more room. Pull that, okay, I duplicated that one. Alright, cool. Bowden could actually pick up 2 stone and move them over there. And I think at some point that might be a good idea to do. move the hour over, this hour, and then one more hour, and we hit the afternoon, which is when things start ramping up. We might not even have a house by the end of the day, which is going to be bad because these people need to sleep or they're going to be exhausted and they're going to be bedridden tomorrow, which they can sleep tomorrow. But it'd be better if we have them sleep. We're going to need to have them on rotation, where some sleep during the day, and those are definitely Lawrence needs to sleep during the day so that he can be awake and fight 90s if we need to fight them. So Lawrence, we're going to have him continue slicing this up. So we'll just take his 2 turns and we'll slice the last of these plants here. That's his turn. There we go. Let's see. Allie. We're gonna get Allie over here as well. We'll where do we want the door? Oh, the stone needs to be there actually. So the door can be placed right there, and then we could definitely have a plot of if we put the door here and have it there, then we could have these 2 areas for a little farm, because we don't have much area. Yeah, I think we have maybe 3 or 2 squares here that we could squeeze out a farm. Then here we could have a little farm in here, but over here is probably going to be the future farming area, but we have to clear all that stuff out. Some of these things are things we don't want to clear out, like this is actually a coffee bush. I vaguely remember that coffee beans come from berries, and then or maybe the bean is the berry or something like that, and they start out red. So you get that, you roast them in a fire, then you add that to water, and you get coffee, which is like, I think it takes away the -1 action point from exhaustion. Also, I've added, I want each group to have 1 animal at least, so I gave them chickens, and they got a mom, a rooster, a little nest, and 4 little babies, 1 little boy baby and 3 girls. And then there's also another new addition, which is hops for beer. Beer is like +2 illness resistance, and these are the hops. I did some research, but they could look better. But so you don't want to cut down this tree because then you lose the hops and they regrow every year. 4 hops plus a barrel equals 8 things of beer that you can have from that barrel, and that's very useful. And also this is a bird. This has been here for a while, but I rolled the dice to see what type of bird they get, and basically the birds are going to be the postal service for the island and also across islands, so I don't have to send a Hummun out on a boat whenever I want them to talk to another group on the island. Let's see. Okay, Bola. So we're actually gonna have a pathway from this way, and yeah. So we're gonna move Bola up here to this square, and then we're gonna have him set the door here, which will be his turn. So this is gonna be fun. Building a door. Let's put it into structures, and he sets it here. It's kind of on the seaside, but it'll be fine. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Alright, so that's Bola's turn. Thank goodness Bola isn't sick. Let's see. Alright, Nima. Well, we'll have Bola pick that up and put it where it needs to go next turn, and she'll head back in and get, yeah. So that's a square. It's hard to figure out these squares sometimes. That's a square. This will be a, yeah, that's a square. So one turn, and that's a square, so there. So number 2 turn, or action. Alright, and then Hisan is still trying to get these logs. Hisan, turn, and turn. God, that, okay. This is a big fish. Okay. Oh my goodness, that is a huge fish. Oh man. Yeah, one gulp. Chomp. That's pretty scary. Actually, I have a kind of a, well, fear of fish to a degree. They just kind of creep me out. But I don't know what it is. I think it's things being under the water and me being in that water is just like, no thank you. Alright, so Hisan, Michael, or Michelle. Dang it, I keep messing that name up. Michelle, let's see. He is sick. So we probably just are gonna make him move over one so he can get towards that door. You know, he's sickly. Poor guy. Mora is gonna also move over one. And that's her turn. Yeah, it's gonna be bad when we get infectious, because I know I want them to, for there to be infectious diseases. Lola. So Lola, we're gonna have her drop. Yeah, we're gonna have her drop her other one so that she can pick up 2 things of thatch. At least 2 things of thatch. She's gonna put it there. But how I think I'm gonna do infectious illness. That was 1 turn, so here she'll move down. Is that if you get within the square of the Hummun, so that she's infectious, and then Nima steps there, or maybe even within this radius, then it's like being exposed to that illness, as if she had just walked into the cave, and I have to roll for her exposure to an area where that has diseases. So the infected Hummun becomes an exposure risk, and so I roll, and then they might get sick. So I think that's how infection will work. Alright, Bowden. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's enough for walls. And then if we have to use stone, we need 1 more stone. Yeah, we need 1 more stone if we need a stone roof. So he is going to need to go down here and grab this and cut this, because we need that stone. Alright, let's see. Hope he got stone. And he got stone, thankfully. That is good. Alright. Good. Next turn. Did he move? Did he actually... Where was he? He was here. Is that... Yeah, that was a different thing. If he was here, that's a different square. Alright, cool. So that's his turn. That's good old Bowden. Grumpy Bowden. Grrr. He's like, let my wife sleep. She's sick. Alright. This is the final hour before the afternoon. And we're going to start off with Lawrence. Lawrence is going to cut this because it's within his sub-square radius. Basically, Lawrence has been a glorified lawnmower all day long, but he's okay with it. He's just using his sword, cutting down bushes. Alright, he's gonna move here. He's gonna get rid of that stuff next turn so we can have a house. And that is Lawrence's turn. Allie, we're moving Allie over here. That's her turn. We're gonna get Mora over here. Yeah, it's her turn. Michelle, we're gonna get up here. Yeah, that's diagonal. That's his turn. Hisan, we're gonna move down here. Alright, Hisan needs to put that in his inventory. So that's gonna be his first turn. So, do we have room? Uh-oh. We don't even have room in his inventory. Dang it. He's gonna have to drop it. There's not even really any room. He's in. Oh no. Hisan. Okay, we're gonna have him move to this square. And we're gonna have him drop this. So yeah, that's not good for time, Hassan. Alright, so that's his turn. Okay. Let's go to Lola. Ooh, do I want Lola? Honestly, a stone roof would be more powerful. Like it's a stronger defensible roof, but if we don't have time, because they do take longer, they take much longer. I think thatch roofs are basically let's see, how much would a thatch roof? Probably only 2 or 3 hits. I mean, I don't see them having more than 6 health. So if a monster started, hitting it, it wouldn't last very long. But you need you need the roof, you need the door, you need the walls, and then you get the inside. So we definitely need it. So 1 turn, 2 turn, or 2 action. She's getting there. She's moving much faster than Mora could. Alright, Nima. Moving Nima up to this square. And then let's get her diagonally here. That's her turn. She'll get a stone. Bola. Bola is gonna pick up this stone. Nope, not that stone. That stone. He's gonna pick it up and place it so it can be built. Wait, no. There. So pick up, and then he places it. I should have just role-played that he picked it up. But there. Alright, so he placed it, and that was his turn. So you can imagine back when they only had 1 action per turn, it was really difficult, because it'd be like, okay, pull this out of the inventory, put that in the inventory, pick this up, throw that down, and that was like all they could do for that hour. It was very, it was much slower than it is now. And it was hard to remember. Much harder to remember what the heck I wanted them to do last hour, because I would have them standing in a field doing nothing. I'd be like, what was the overall plan for this person out here? Alright. Recounting just to make sure. Yeah, I think we can have him unequip his pickaxe so it goes behind him, and then we're going to have him pick up this stone. Yeah, the first bits of survival, or the first couple days, or maybe even the first year of survival is pretty tough. Alright, and they've reached the afternoon. I have another group that I'm gonna, and it's a nice rosy red color. The afternoon is. Do we want to do this? Yeah, we do. That looks nice, I think. Well, let me. Do we want it to have a reddish tint, or do we want it to be blue? I think it looks better that actually more. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So the Novakians, their island is much smaller. I mean, oh man, it's like maybe the size of this one, and that's it. That's all they got. But they got lots of trees, and they got clay as well. Clay deposits, which are very important. These guys are gonna have to find another island that has clay deposits, or they're gonna have to trade. Which, I don't know. Trade seems like it's far down the line. But the Novakians have been like my test group for a very long time, and they're already much further along. I've got houses for all of them. We even have wool beds, or beds with wool on blankets and stuff, and pillow. Alright, Lawrence. We're gonna have him cut. And yeah, the Novakians I've been dealing with for a while. That needs to be cut as well. I merged a bunch of things all onto one layer. Like all the plants are on one layer mostly, because it saves on space for the art program. So that was one turn, and now we're going to go back to him. And we're just gonna move him. We're gonna shift him. He's still in the same square. He's gonna be able to reach these plants. He's gonna get this sub-square of the plantum. Yeah, there. Looks like there's still a plant there, so let me grab the door and make it pop out of existence to check what's been. Yeah, so he has one more area to clear out before we can make this into a house. We are missing out on having that. It doesn't matter, we have a lot of space. But yeah, alright, cool. Lawrence down. But the thing about the beds is, I'll show you guys. There's several types of beds. There's a triple bed, and then you can color these. You can color the blankets with paint once you get it. This is a crib, very useful, because if someone is holding the baby, the baby can't be left on the ground. So you have to either have it tied to your back or held in a hand, and that takes up inventory space. But if you have a crib, you can leave the baby in the crib all day long. Not advisable for real babies. And this is a double bed, which the people of Novakia have. You have to have a double bed and a private room to have a couple try for a baby. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. And poor beds are this. This is the blanket, and that's the bed. They aren't double, so you can't try for a baby in these beds. There's also singles, and you have to have wool from sheep, most likely, and then you have to use a loom. So you have to be a weaver. It's a profession, and then you make cloth. That's also cloth you use to make clothing. The loom, yeah, here. This is the loom, so just some sticks, and then it turns into a loom. But you have to have a weaver. So they're going to need to get their hands on some wool if we want to have more people born in the coming years. Okay, so did we move Lawrence over? No? Alright, Lawrence has moved over. And let's see. Mora, we're just going to move her. Well, that she's within that square, so that isn't her turn. She can get in the door from here, though. Let's go to alley. Yeah, alright. That's a square here. Alright, cool. So they're all in line to get in the door as soon as possible. Man, we need to hurry. We need to hustle. Alright, Bowden, we're going to have him pick up the other stone. We need to definitely hustle and get this stuff built, because it does take turns and actions to build the wall. So there we go. He's got that, and then he can take another action, and that is, yep, so move over here. Or no, wait, he can move diagonally. Alright, great. So he's diagonally out of there. Perfect. We also need Hisan to get this log situation going. Because it's, I mean, he does have a torch, so if he does get, you know, he probably won't get caught out here. Ooh, that makes me think that we need to have him basically escort Lola back up, because in case she gets stuck out here without a torch, that's a big problem for everyone. Oh, okay, good. Alright, so I picked that up. Of course, he would have to drop the log to get the torch out, so I really hope that he doesn't have to do that. That's one, picked it up and moved. Alright. And Lola, move and pick up a thatch. Aw, little baby. So the couple's out here working together. I do have, I think I already went over the relationship system a little bit, so there will be like interactions, and I think interacting and having a positive interaction with someone that you love is like a +1 resistance to illness, so they probably need to start doing that. All of them need to start doing that. Okay, Lola. She picks that up. It looks pretty big, but it's light. It's light. I need to make a file and categorize everything into light or heavy, basically, so that I can be, 100% for sure on it. But I think it's light. I mean, it's like she could carry 2 pieces of coal. Coal is light. It's not too heavy. She could carry 2 plants, 2 cats, 2 seed bags. I don't know about the grain, though. The grain might be heavy. It might be pretty heavy. Okay, so they're done down there. And Bola can't really do much because he's he can't start building on that until he has 2, and they're coming with the supplies. This is open. If we had a gate, we could close that off, but we need wood for the gate. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have him attack the plants with his axe. So these plants are going to go bye-bye, so we don't have to use Lawrence for that tomorrow. And do. Alright, cool. Let me just check that there's no plants. Didn't he do that area? Yeah, we did that area. Why didn't that go away? That is area. Not 100% sure why. But anyway, it's gone. Let's get the door back up. And we'll just say that that's Bola's action for the hour. Yeah. Alright, Nima. We need Nima to pick up one of these boulders ASAP. This one is fine. So one of the things that I haven't mentioned is that I tried to create this game in Minecraft using mods. I had a seasons mod, I had a villager mod. I had the mod Minecraft Comes Alive, and I'd replace the textures, and the textures would basically have these faces, basically, and then I'd redo the clothes as well. And I tried to make it work, and it was semi-successful. Okay, that's a square, she's in a square. She can move diagonally. Alright, cool. It was semi-successful, but the fact that time was moving in real time made it very difficult to keep up with everything, and I couldn't get them to gather resources because that wasn't a part of the mod. But I did roleplay and have fun with it, and I had a bunch of these characters, and I played all the way down to his let's see, grandchildren? Great-grandchildren? I think. Definitely grandchildren. Oh, yeah, he did have one grandchild that I remember. And so stuff happened to him, and I know who he marries, and I know who his children are, and who their children's children, are, and everything. So some characters, and I don't want to just, because that was all random when I went through that with Minecraft, I don't want to throw all that away. Alright, these two aren't going to move. So that's another hour. I don't want to throw all that away, so I'm going to say that some of the characters have fate. They're fated to certain things up to a certain point. Once their fate has run out, then anything can happen to them again. And then some characters don't have fate at all. Let's see. He's fated. I know who he's going to be with and everything. I know his children and who most of his children are going to get with, and what their children are going to look like. Alright, so Lawrence doesn't have to do that. What can we have Lawrence do? Probably just get out of the way. Be over here. These two plots can be good for farming. I'm so excited about that. And let's see. That'll be his action. Alright. The others are fine. Alright, Bowden. We're definitely moving Bowden over. Alright, that's a square. This is a square. And we'll move him up here. Awesome. So next turn, he can set those down. Bola can start constructing them, and he can start constructing them. And together they'll get this stuff built up. Oh, those are actually going to go on top of each other. So the house isn't going to be that big. Let me check real quick. Structures 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Yeah, this area is going to need stone. So, alright, we're going to have to be strategic here. Bowden's done that. That's good. That's all good and dandy. He's taken his turns. Let me check real quick. I have a huge piece of paper, and I've written down all the important generators on it, and on the back of it, I have all the professions and their information. So, a craftsman, a builder has +1 build speed. A craftsman has +2. So that means the one that we want to do the building is Bowden. We don't want Bola to do that because Bola will be slower. Alright, so we're gonna have... Oh no, that means we have to get Bola back in the cave. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have him wait outside the cave, and Nima is gonna hand him the rocks. So, Bola is gonna move diagonally from this square to this square, and then to that square to this square. Alright, that was 2 turns. Yeah, he was here, moved there. Alright, cool. Nima, is literally gonna drop her rock and then go back in, because she was already exposed this morning, right? Yeah, she was done through this morning, and no one else has been in the cave. That doesn't need to be in the cave. Bola doesn't need to go back in the cave. Alright. No one needs to go back in the cave. Like, no one. This needs to be the final day of being in the cave until we get moved forward. So, yeah, getting her to get all the stuff that's in there out of there is our best thing. Yeah. Because caves are dangerous. Too dangerous. Alright, so she's going to drop that there. And she's going to go... Did I not put Bola up there? Crap. Alright, there. Now Bola's put back up there. And Nima is going to go diagonally, you know, and next turn she's going to grab that, bring it back out, drop it, you know. Alright, so Allie and Mora and Michael... I mean, yeah, I don't really know what they could do. They're just waiting for now. We'll see, maybe. And Hisan has 1 log. He's making his journey. Let me quickly, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3. I think she'll make it. I think she'll make it. Lola. With the 2 thatch. Which, if it's 2... Great. 4, and what we have thatch for is a roof that covers 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! Awesome. So 2 thatch is exactly what we need. Very lucky. So you see, I would completely have no idea the rules to my own game if I didn't have that recipe. And my sketchbooks are filled up with rules and all that. Alright, so she gets the other thatch, and that's 1 action. Her next action is going to be to hightail it out of there and head back to shelter. I'm really happy with how all this looks. This extending the textures and then having the water be slightly see-through, and then I like the crabs. I really like how it looks. I think it really, I don't know, this is kind of the stuff that I love about islands and water, you know, how it's see-through but then it's blue, and the depth and everything, and all the critters in there, you know. As long as I'm outside the water looking down at the critters, it's fine. But if I'm in the water near a very large critter, or I can't see the critters, then it's a little bit different. Then it's a little scary. Or a lot scary. Alright, so that was Lola. And Hisan, doot. And we're moving on up there. I think they'll be well within this area by nightfall. And I'm really hoping that we don't get nighties. I mean, it would be really crazy if they spawned there for another night, you know. It's 1 out of 4 chance, so it's possible, but it'd be like grief, you know. Give me a break here. Let's see. Alright, so that was Hisan. Going again. So Hisan is he is half Belladorian and half Dambarian. The Dambarians are basically the racial group that have darker skin. There's another racial group that has really, really dark skin, but they're kind of off in the future right now. They're in development, but the Dambarians are much more close to being created. I have all the people, and I have their island started. I haven't put on all the textures for the island yet, though, or the resources. So, right, I moved. Did I move over? What's the last thing I did? Oh my goodness. Alright, moved that up, and I moved my counter. I'm fairly certain. Great. Good. Okay. Right, we're starting back. Beginning of the hour. Hisan. And this is how we're gonna get beds. Yeah, he's got one, then we'll have one of them actually do something and pluck that. And then we'll have Hisan move up, drop the log probably here. He'll break it, make it into 2 beds after he's done, moving the stone. Yeah, alright. Good. 1, and we'll move diagonally up here. 2. So we might actually be able to get this going. 1, 2. Alright, great. Move Lola up there. Let's see, Lawrence. No idea what we're gonna do with him. Bowden. We're gonna have him drop 1 rock and then drop the next. Loop. He puts it over there. Would he be able to reach over there? No, I think you need to get there because that's a sub-square way. Alright, he'll do it here. We'll have to have him move because I want to. Yeah, and they're all in there. Great. Okay, whoops. Okay. Bowden will. Oh, that actually needs to go up. It's not the worst thing in the world. So, actually, we can have Bowden. We can have him move here and put the next one there. That'll be his next turn. And then he can start building at least one, the extra side of the wall. At least for tonight. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. I don't know if there's gonna be some people tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna be able to build this by that point. So thinking about that, we might just have him move within the square to this sub-square and put it here. Or get him in there, move that there, and then worst case scenario, we'll just get one of the smaller houses and then build it up and make it and expand it the next day after we have people sleep in there, if we even have time to make beds. Oh boy. Alright, so if he could drop his axe, he could actually pick it up and then chop the wood, and then pick up the planks. He needs to get it over here so we can. Yeah. All right. Did we already move Hassan? Yeah. Bola. We're gonna. Ooh. Because he needs to unequip his axe. Alright, I think Lawrence is actually going to have something to do. Is he in? Yeah, that's an edge. That's a square. That's a square. This is a square. Alright, so he is going to unequip his sword. It's behind him. to the side. And then what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna have him. Well, whatever. All right. Bola shifts to the other subsquare within his square, so that's not an action. And he's gonna hand the axe to Lawrence, and that will be one action because he just shifted in the square he was already in, just to get within the subsquare radius. Alright, so he hands it into Lawrence's hand. Now Bola is going to shift in within his square and pick up this. So there we go. Awesome. So now we have someone that will chop the wood once Hisan gets it over here, and we also have Bola doing what he needs to do. Alright, so that was there. Wait a minute. That's definitely Bola's turn. I've never had, did one action for one and then went to another one. Alright, so Lawrence was here. He unequipped it. But he was handed it. He didn't actually do an action. I don't think we need him to do anything, though, for now. So, Nima. Nima's going to pick up a stone and put it back out there for Bola to pick up. Nima. And I also know who Nima gets with, and I know what her first child is, who her first child is going to be, and her grandchildren, her first child's spouse, and all their children. But she could have children after that, and I don't know what happens to her life after the child is born. She has fate up to a point. A lot of them have fate up to a point. I know who their first child is going to be, but children after that, I have no clue, and they're going to be random. And once their first child is born, they are no longer fated. They're fated to have one child, and then all their life after that is random, up to the dice, basically, in their own decisions. Alright, so Nima picked that up, and Nima is going to... Okay, that's a square, so she's in a different square. So she can move diagonally out. Next turn she'll drop it, then she'll move back in. Alright, cool. Also, Mora and Bola. This is their fated child, and after that, it's all randomness. And also for Hisan and Lola, this is their fated child, and after that it's all randomness. And I know who their child is going to marry, who their children's children are going to be for this child only. So Marlon's partner and Marlon's children, and also a few of Marlon's grandchildren I know of. Which I wonder if they're going to be alive to see their great-grandchildren. That will be interesting. They might be hunched over. Elders are like hunched over, and they have a cane that they use. Alright, so Allie is just gonna well, should we have her pick this up? Yeah, we might as well have her pick it up, because then, yeah, it's best, because they both only have one action each, so yeah, it's best. Because then Mora needs to put it down. She can only put one down at a time. So that would be 2 hours to put down 2 plants. Whereas if we have Allie do it, then Allie's one turn can be put down the plant, and Mora's one turn can be put down the plant. And so we can get more done within 1 hour that way. Allie. Alright. And Allie has picked it up. And it's light so she can hold it with her axe. Or not her axe, her pickaxe. It's a big plant, but it is being used as a blanket for a bed. Allie, Mora, and Michael basically aren't going to do anything. Alright, and move the hour over. Oh my goodness, this hour and the next hour, and that's it. It'll be nighttime, and we'll have to have everyone within a... Yeah, we're not going to have time. We're not going to make it this night, I don't think, because we don't have the house built. Everyone needs to get in this square ASAP. So forget about collecting all that. We need to get them within this area. Let's see. Her next turn. Let me plot it out and see if we absolutely can't do it. So this turn she drops it and she moves back in. That's one turn. And then she'll have to move again, pick up. That's another turn. And then it's nighttime and she's in total darkness. Yeah, that's not going to work. So what we're going to do is we need to get everyone in there. Alright, so Bola, this is his square. He's going to move up here. That's one action. Then I think he's going to move here. And we're going to shift them around within their sub-square so they don't actually have any movements. So she's going to just shift down to this sub-square, and Bola is going to shift up to this sub-square, but that's not an action. So yeah, you move there and then there. Good. For Bowden, we're going to have him drop his stone here. Yes. That means he'll have to move. Would it be more time effective to have him drop that there? It's more crowded around that side, so yeah, we're gonna have him move over into this square and then drop that there, and that'll be his turn. We have to have everything lined up, and then they can start working on it and building it up. And it'd be very good if we could get Mora, the toolmaker, to make a mallet. Mallets are made out of wood, so she could make it, and then that's +1 to build speed. So he would have 3 build speed. So he could do 3 knocks of, building action to the structure per action. And he would be able to do 2, which would make it much faster. Okay. We're gonna get Hisan up here. I kind of want to move Lola. Lola gets up here. And then diagonal, she gets here. Well, she's in there. Oh, good. We have 1 more hour after this hour. So we'll probably all be within this area. Hisan will light it up with his torch, and we'll just have another night, and everyone will be exhausted tomorrow. And let's see. Mora won't have any more actions. Allie won't have any actions, and Michelle won't have any actions, and everyone else will only have 1 action per turn. But the good thing about that is the night after this night is a solstice night, so it's so bright that the nighties don't come out. It's like a safe night, and they'll all be able to sleep without worrying about the monsters. And our 1 priority tomorrow for them will be beds. Beds. Fill the hut with beds. We might even extend it. Of course, we don't want anyone to go back in that cave. And we can't have Hassan going back in that cave either, because it's too much of a risk. Well, he's not sick. We could risk him getting a light sickness going in there tonight. With, say, oh, but then that's another risk, because I was going to have her go in with it and get all these rocks out with him lighting it up if the nighties were somewhere else and not a threat. But then it's a new 10-hour cycle, so they would both have to be rechecked, and she could lose a point, and then she'll be bedridden. Already we got 3 people that are going to be bedridden tomorrow because they're going to be exhausted. Oh boy. Alright, so Hassan's going to move up here, and then we're going to have him move diagonally over to this square. And that's his turn. Next turn he needs to drop that and pull out his torch. Lawrence will... Well, the log will need to be... You know what? We're going to move Lawrence within the square. We're going to put the log there. Once we actually get to that point. Alright, Nima moving over here, and then she's going to move, this is a square, this is a square, she's going to move diagonally into this square, all the way up to that sub-square there. And that is Nima's turn. Perfect, this is the safe zone. This little square of the island is how much they have basically colonized and secured. Oh man, it's going to be awesome to see them. Because this island, actually, nearly all the islands are based off of the island version in Minecraft, so I played with these characters, not all of them, but Michelle and Lawrence and their children. I played with them and went through their life here and built up a little city here on this island. And this was the miners' district, and this was the farm, and this was the little town. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see that built up in this version of the game that's more true to my vision that I've always had. Alright, so Lawrence can't really do anything this turn, except he could drop that, and then, well, what would that do? He could have his axe out and his sword. I don't know. Allie... I think we're gonna move Mora once again. We're gonna have Allie drop her leaf so that it can be turned into a bed next turn. Hopefully. There. 2 planks will be there. Those 2 will be next to each other, and they'll be able to turn into a bed. He'll be able to make him into a bed. Alright, so that's Allie's turn. I think what I'm going to do with the crabs is make them into, like, be able to make them into a stew. And I don't know if that's going to be for the cook, the baker, or the chef level of expertise. Because right now she can make mushroom pie, and she can make, let's see, she can make mushroom pie and acorn soup. And that's it. And then everyone else can eat. They eat grain, and then if you have a cook, they can make 2 extra things, 2 extra pieces of food. So Lawrence, yeah, Lawrence doesn't really have anything to do this turn. Alright. Move over the hour counter. This is very helpful, really helping me remember. This is the final hour. Next hour it is nighttime, and we do not have beds or a house. Okay. Alright. I know what we're going to have Bola do. Bola is going to set this stone down and is going to begin construction on this wall right here. So, we're going to duplicate that and pull one over here. So what we usually do is we're going to use his little forehead, so every turn we'll just shift him over to indicate that he's working through this. So this is the hearts for, see, we have a stone wall. They're basically constructing this on top of each other to create a wall for a house, and it has this much hit points or health, and to construct it they have to hit it, I guess, for half its hit points, and then it's a wall. So that's what he's going to be doing for the next couple of turns. So he put the thing down, and then he gets to hit its health points for one thing. So one little heart is hidden behind his hair. So Bowden, what is Bowden going to do? You know what? Bowden's going to hit that too. It's within his area, and he hits it for 2. Whoa. We're going to put his little toe over these 2 hearts to indicate that he's hit it for 2. Or you know what? We're just going to use Bola. Bola is going to go over twice to indicate that he hit it. Oh, he has 2 actions. So, oh my god, he's going to hit it twice, and that's 4 hits. Yes, it is done. It is built. Great. That's really good. Alright, so we're just gonna duplicate that and pull it over, and now the first wall of this house is created. That is really great. We're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere. Alright, so I guess we'll reposition this down here, maybe down to the side. A little bit not so noticeable. Great, awesome. So that was Bola and Bowden's turn. Perfect. And if they had mallets, can you imagine how fast that would have gone? It would have gone so fast. If he hit it for 3 and it's 5, he'd get it done in 1 turn. 2 hits. Alright, Lola is going to move up to this square, and then she's actually going to move up to this square so she can hand over these 2 thatches and they can build the roof, which is going to cut into the back wall a little bit, but that's fine. So that was Lola's turn. Isan is going to drop the log and get out the torch. Alright. Good. Man, we're actually getting somewhere with this group. I was starting to worry because I was like, okay, they need food, and otherwise they're going to starve to death next year. And it's like, it doesn't matter if they have shelter, if they're dead. Alright, so he gets his... Oh yeah, we gotta move it. Oh, and it won't let us move it if it's locked. Alright. There we go. That is so blindingly bright. Okay. Now we can lock it. Good. Alright. So this torch is out, and everyone will be able to move around. Well, not everyone. As soon as that... Well, we'll move him up, and he'll get around, and it'll be okay. Alright, so that's Hisan's turn. Oh man, we're gonna hit the... Well, 1 hour and 49 minutes. That's how long it's been. Yeah, that's about normal. Nima. We want Nima to move up into this square. That's 1 turn, and then this. And she's gonna hand this... Probably... He's already done a turn. Alright, what should we do here? Would it be faster to give that to him, and then next turn he moves and sets it down, versus next turn he moves over here, he moves here past her there, she sets it down and moves out of the way, and then within a sub-square he would be able to hit it again. You know, I think she's just kind of in the way right now, so we're just going to have her hand this big old stone over to Bowden, and that is one action for her. There's Bowden. And then Nima, I think we'll just have her get out of the way. Into the light, at least. She's into the light, which is good. She'll be able to move. Allie, we're just going to have to leave her there. Maura and Michelle are all basically... well, what can we do, actually? Could they be a little bit less in the way, maybe? Maybe get Michelle down here. Yeah, I guess we'll move Michelle here. And Maura. Maybe Maura will be as in the way here. I guess that's what we'll do. Alright, that was Maura and Michelle's turn. Lawrence. He's gonna chop it. He chops the log. I'm pretty sure we have... actually 100% positive we have logs or planks. Yeah, here, there. We keep using the same two for different builds. So, whoops. Right there. Then we chop it. What's fun, I think you've seen it a few times, but it's like different wood gives you different colors. So if you see this tree, which gives you, I think, only 1 or 2 logs if you cut it down, because it's small, it gives you a reddish type of wood. I'll show you. Yeah, should be here. Also, there's several different types of stone. There's this warm gray stone, and then there's this cool gray stone, and then there's sandstone. Then this is the redwood. This is kind of spoilers. This is wood from palm trees. This is wood from, I think, birch trees. And then there's another, what is it called? Fir? Are they fir trees? But anyway, you get all those, and then, you know, you can make different fences with all the different colors, and it allows for quite a bit, and you can get stone roofs of all the different colors. It allows for quite a bit of how should I say it? It allows for lots of designing. You can design, you know, a nice little town. And it'll be cool because all the towns on the different islands will look slightly different because they'll have slightly different resources. So, I like that. Let's see. Right, so that was Lawrence. Lawrence broke them into 2 planks. What are we gonna have him do next turn? Actually, we're gonna have him, unfortunately, because he could die this turn, and that actually cannot happen. We can't let him die. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We can't let him die. He has to have a lot of kids. So what are we gonna do? If nighties spawn... Alright, if nighties spawn, they're down here. During that time, would we be able to create a blockade? Alright, let me look at this, the recipe guide. What can we make with 1 plank? We can make... That's that would be considered a gate put up next to stone. We'd be sacrificing one of the beds, but I don't think it matters. We don't have a house yet, so we should probably have him break one. Maybe that for the gate instead. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna make a gate. Let me pause it. Alright, so I just made a little gate there. I did this with the Novakian. I made a gate, but I used that style. But instead, I'm gonna do this for that, and also probably that as well. So then there's gates for the fences, and then for a more strong gate, we'll have an iron gate later on. But that's when they have access to iron, and they don't have that right now because they don't have a smeltery, etc. So we can make a gate, and that'll it'll allow them to pass through that area, and it'll be a blockade for the monsters. So what we need is we have a dilemma. Let's see. Alright, let me look real quick at the health of one single thing. Alright, it only has 3 health, or 4 health, so he'll have to hit it twice, so that's one turn to turn it into a gate. Okay, we'll use Bola. Bola will be the one that makes the gate, and we'll probably start that next turn immediately. But in the meantime, Lawrence will switch out, because he chopped and he still has one action. He will switch out his axe and his sword. I mean, yeah, because they're switching out the same inventory slot, so I think that's basically one action. Switching hands. I think that. Anyway, Allie, little Allie Jinko, her husband is so useful. She's gonna go there, and that's her turn. And it's nighttime. Oh boy. Which actually means it's. Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to. Like, ta-da! Oh no. All right. So yeah. That means it's the end of this Let's Play. I'll have to do the night. One thing I want to do really quickly is I want to move. Let's see, can I move them when they're. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move these up here past the night and see. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That looks like there's actually light there. I'm just gonna have to grab this every time I move him and move them in sync. Good. Great. That looks much better. Much better. You can actually see his face. That's great. It looks like a light now. It looks more like a flashlight, but it looks great. Awesome. So yeah, that's it for this Let's Play. Thank you for listening. I'm thinking I'm going to make an Instagram for this game and put up profiles and the information, and maybe a little snippet of dialogue that kind of crystallizes the character of each Hummun on there. So we'll see when I do that. I don't know when. But anyway, thank you for